Season 7. There we go. And yeah, slightly to the left of your screen, you'll see that the numbers are slightly obscured. That's just Codemasters not being able to count. But from what I can see is we have only 12 drivers with 13 drivers, so another driver will join a little bit later. But for now, let's focus on what we can. I've got Ray with me, Atma. He is silent but violent in the background. He's got a gen running, and he's helping me out with some telemetry and where to look on track. So we'll see. So thanks for that, Ray. So you can't hear Ray, but I can hear him, hopefully. Ray, maybe you could just log into YouTube and just check for me that my sound is good and that we can't hear you, if that's okay with you. Alrighty, so Ray's going to get on that, and hopefully, well, unfortunately, we probably won't hear him, but you can hear me. And it's really, tonight, it is all about Mercedes, it's all about Alpine, it's all about Speedaholic, Bob, Top Dog, well, there's someone else. Let's just have a look here on my stats. Alright, brilliant. So we're all good. Yep, so it's tonight, it's about Speedaholic, Top Dog, Bob, and maybe even Pantry Star. So he's got a very far outside chance of winning. That's if he wins tonight, and neither Bob, Top Dog, or Speedaholic finishes. But never say never in this online gaming scenario that we find ourselves in. All Speedaholic has to do tonight is finish in front of Top Dog. That's all he needs to do, and prevent Bob from winning. And then he will be our driver world champion for Season 7. And Mercedes and Alpine is slightly a bit more difficult, so I'm going to pull out my calculator a little bit later and do the math as we go along. But for now, it is really close between those two teams, and it is the Alpine that's slightly ahead. So Alpine, if you are watching, you can maybe write this down and give me some feedback later on. Alpine is on 454 and McLaren or Mercedes is on 429. That is realistically the only two people who can win the constructors. So we'll keep an eye out for Alpine drivers, which is in this case it's going to be Bob and Josh joining just after quali, so he will start from the back of the grid. And then all about the Merc guys, which is Sims and Super D. Currently everyone has got a lap time up. I don't think anyone wants to be brave right now. It is Q1, everyone will go through, so rather not mess it up. We've got the two Haas boys here tonight as well, Ume and Uzi, so it's great to see them back. And this is the final race of Season 7 before we head off to Season 8, which will start in the week of the 3rd of October. And yeah, it's going to be big news for us. So we're going to have 3 divisions in Season 8, Division 3, 2 and a Premier Division. And all of them will be live streamed here on our channel with comms, and our race days will be Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. We will still let you know along the way who's going to be where, what divisions will be streamed on what days. But for now, yeah, we are having 3 streams every week for FTR, and very excited about that. I'm going to just go to Mango. He is on track at the moment. Yeah, but our focus tonight really between me and Ray, which is silent in the background. I'm going to call him my stats guy for this evening. All our focus is going to be, and he's going to have a look in the background around the Alpines. He's going to have a look at Bob, Pantry Star, Speedaholic and Top Dog. So Speedaholic already in the 117, so that's a good start to his championship fight this evening. And yep, like I said, he just needs to finish ahead of Top Dog, prevent Bob from winning, and the championship is his. For Top Dog, he needs to finish ahead of Speedaholic. And let me just have a look by how many points. So Top Dog needs to have 6 points extra to win the championship. So he needs to win Speed Alcoholic by 6 points. And if you have been following us for a while, you'll know that pole position will give you 2 extra championship points and fastest lap 1 point. So it might just come down to pole position and fastest lap. Not necessary to say that Speed Alcoholic or Top Dog will win tonight, but me and Ray in the background will do some math during the evening and keep you up to date with things. Just from our side, just take note that there will be a short break in the stream, probably just after Q2. Hopefully we'll catch 3 as we switch to generator power from a stream point of view when load shedding kicks in. So there will be a short break and then we'll be back again. And hopefully we won't miss any of the big action. Zero to Cool currently on track in the Alpha Tauri. He's currently in 6th. And he just set a purple sector in sector 1. Yep, sector 1. Right, and Etienne is on the stream and he's saying, go Team Williams. Yep, so Williams, yeah, they had an outside chance of winning the Constructors' Championship, but unfortunately couldn't get the last couple of races together. But yeah, they are fighting for some positions, and I'll give you the constructor standings a little bit later. But yeah, like we said earlier, all our focus is on Mercedes, Alpine, and then our 4 drivers. So Pantry Star, 7th at the moment. He's one of our contenders. The Top Dog in 2nd, Speed Alcoholic in 1st, and then Bob yet to set a lap. Hanku Zero to Cool goes 4th with that lap, a 1:18.718. Good lap by him. Pantry crosses the line. He gets 3 tenths back on this time. That moves him up into 7th with a 1:19.5. And yeah, where Bob is out on track at the moment. So in the Alpine, so as he comes down the start-finish straight, and we'll just follow him slightly around, and I'll do a hot lap with you, I think around about Q3 maybe, if we are on air. I will do a hot lap with you on one of the drivers, and we'll take you around a lap around Spain, Circuit de Catalunya, one of my favorite tracks. I know Ray. Right, so Bob has got a purple sector 1 there in my ear here, so that's good. So let's get on board with him and see how he navigates sector 2 and 3. Alright, and it's a purple sector 2 there for Bob. So this is looking handy from him, but you can lose so much time in the last sector. But he looks pretty steamed up. Looks like a very casual lap by him. Doesn't look like he was pushing at all, and that's going to put him a 1:18.3. That's good enough for 3rd at the moment. But once again, we will not lose anyone in the session. Everyone will go through. But nevertheless, that is a good lap time by Bob. And remember, he is in the championship fight. So if you are watching tonight, please let us know who you're supporting and who you think is going to be the driver world champion in Premier Division here at FTR. Division 2 driver world champion was crowned about 2 races ago. Sergeant Panda winning the drivers world championship in Division 2. And yep, tonight it's all about to see who can walk away with constructors, who can walk away with the Premier Division. And it's great to see that we're taking this fight to the last race of the season. Next week will be a break in FTR while we sort out some admin and ramp up towards season 8 that will start on the 3rd of October. Some clouds falling in the end. Not sure if we're gonna have rain, so hopefully if anyone can give me a weather update on Discord, so we can just have a look and see what's going on there. Alright, and I just got some feedback here. Rain perhaps in quali and clear for the race. So that looks all good then from a clean and trouble-free sim race tonight. It seems to be clear, but we might expect some rain. So expect the guys to retire in the pits. I don't think you're going to see anyone else out again. I'm going to take a short break with 2 minutes to go. I don't think anyone will go out on track, so I'm going to take a small break. I will catch you again in Q2. Right, if you just joined us, welcome to Q2. 15 minutes, and just a little bit less than that, waiting for us here in Spain. We will lose 2 drivers this session. And as you can see, the rain is coming down a little bit harder. It started in Q1 and carried over into Q2. So expect everyone to go out on inters. And this is where it's going to make a lot of difference for the guys, especially for guys like Top Dog, Speed Alcoholic, Bob, and Pantry. This is going to be really interesting to see who can go through. We will lose 2 drivers, so is it going to be one of the championship contenders? We don't know yet, but we've got 14 minutes to find out if there's any big major stuff waiting for us. I am not going to do a hot lap with you in this session because it is raining, so I expect the guys to be a bit filled up with fuel, a bit heavy on fuel, doing a couple of laps, trying to find out where the grip is, trying to heat those intermediate tires, and expect the lap times to come down as we get further into the session. Mango is out, so is Speed, so is Sibs. Zero to Cool is also on an outlap, and Top Dog and Shakes sitting. So I am going to jump on to Julian here, a Speed Alcoholic. He is leading the championship, Drivers World Championship, as we head into Spain this evening. So all to play for him. Very nervous moments for him, as well as for Top Dog and for Bob. And an outside chance for Pantry Star to maybe just nick this from everyone else. So we'll keep an eye out on this. But for the moment, we're going to stick with the Alfa Romeo driver. His partner in crime, Boinky's not here tonight because of load shedding. So a lot of guys missing due to load shedding. And hopefully by the time we start Season 8, things will be slightly less dramatic in terms of the electricity crisis. But yeah, we've given Eskom a week to sort that out. So I'm going to let me take you through a hot lap here with Speed Alcoholic as he gets onto the start-finish straight. No DRS for him, as it is mixed conditions. On the inter tyres, going to brake slightly earlier for turn 1. It goes slightly wide here. It goes into 4th. The short shift to 5th. Gets on the curb there. Very brave to get on that curb. Here you can't go flat out. You can see he's throttling it into 6th gear. He's going to switch to 7th very soon, probably. There we go, 7th. Into the right-hander, purple sector for him. He stays in 5th, then goes into 6th to get maximum traction out of those rear wheels. And don't increase the torque so he can spin out. This is normally a 3rd gear corner. He does that in 4th, trying to find the grip on the track. A very tricky section here. Stays in 5th, ease the throttle and the brakes, tiptoes through there. Here also into 7th, halfway through the corner. No DRS on the back straight. And then this new section that they've added to Spain, purple sector for him, climbs a bit much of the inside curve. They might have lost like a cent or two, but you will see the times ramping up as we get through the session. Oh, and as I say that, the rear steps out, and yeah, this is probably just a sighter lap for him to see where the grip is, where can he improve. But let's see if he crosses the line, and then we'll hop on to Super D. He's done a purple sector 1. So let's just Speed Alcoholic. That's the first time in the session, a 126.2. And let's go 0 to Cooler 128.1. Super D is into the wall. Yeah, he's into the wall. Pushed a little bit too hard. That's a wing gone for him. He's going to have to go back all the way to the pits. And lose valuable time in doing that. Remember, we're going to lose 2 drivers in the session. Only 10 can go through into Q3. So, yep, the top 10 shootout. As the time starts dropping, Mango 125 flats. Umeye goes 3rd with the 126.3. Pantry 127.2. Uzi 127.3. Sims is also currently on track in the Mercedes, so we'll just see how he goes about his thing. Brilliant camera shot here in the cockpit of the Mercedes. His teammate just popping into the pits for a new wing. Oh, runs very wide there. Right, and then Brad is also on a lap in the Red Bull, but Sims is going to be first across the line, so let's see what time Sims can put up. Shakes is also on a lap in the McLaren, and Sims is going to cross the line now, and he goes 3rd with a 126.3, so a good lap time there by him. Let's just see, Shakes has invalidated his lap, so he's going to start all over again. Brad in the Red Bull reserve tonight. He's got a Haas behind him, but I don't think that phases him too much. At this stage, I think everyone is on hot laps, although there's no nose on that Red Bull, so he should get out of the way and head back towards the pits and get that changed very quickly. Alright, and 0 to Cool on his second run, also invalidated his lap, so we're not going to jump on board with him. Top Dog in the Williams, he is in sector... just going to sector 2 now. Alright, so Top Dog is in Sector 2. But it is still Mango on top with Speed Alcoholic comfortably in 126.2. So you would tend to think that's good enough to take him through. I don't expect to see him out again unless there is mixed conditions in Q3. The rain is slightly moving away, so we might just have a dry end to Q3. There is a yellow sector somewhere, but I just think that is someone going a bit slow. Top Dog is in Sector 3 now. He's going to come through the last chicane now before he heads off to the final corner. And from what I can see, it almost looks like it's going to be dry tyres. You can see Top Dog goes second with a 125.3. So very good lap time there by him. And ahead of Speed Alcoholic. I've got a funny suspicion you're going to see guys coming out on softs very soon. Shake's yet to set up a lap time in those inters. So is Bob. You get the feeling that Bob is maybe just waiting for the track to dry slightly more. Alright, Pantry Star heading back into the pits. And I think you're going to see a dead session now for a good 2 to 3 minutes. I don't foresee any drivers that is not on a lap. Yeah, as I say, that Shakes ducks into the pit. Brad is going out on brand new softs. So he's going to be the first one to set a lap time on the softs. Top Dog will head back into the pits very shortly to put on those soft tires. And yeah, then you'll see the times tumbling. We'll get back into the 117s and the 118s very soon. Alright, Almain is saying, go Williams, her blood's blue. Well done. Hopefully not a Smurf, but she's for the Williams team, and she's supporting, obviously, Top Dog in the Williams tonight. And Banshee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Banshee Star as well. So let us know who's the driver in the Williams that you're supporting, Dalmain. Is it Banshee? Is it Top Dog? Top Dog obviously fighting for the World Championship, but so is Banshee. If everything falls apart in front of him, he might just steal a World Championship tonight here. Highly unlikely, but never say never. We know this by now. Right, and everyone starting to go out on the soft. You tend to think that the guys would like to get 2 runs, maybe a very fast outlap, a flyer, then duck into the pit and hopefully make it back again. Or else this will just be 1 lap set. And that's probably why you're seeing Shakes, Bob and Super D, and even Pantry just sitting in the pits. Alright, so Speed already not finding the grip that he's looking for on those soft tires. You tend to think that if everyone starts putting in lap times, that's not going to be enough to get him through to Q3. So, yeah, just a short reminder for everyone that we will have a break in transmission of about 5 minutes as we switch to generator power to get the stream up and running again. And that will probably happen in the next 5 minutes. So we will be back for Q3, which is probably the most important part if anything doesn't go wrong. But let's get, before we have a break in transmission, let's see if we can do a lap with Speed Alcoholic around Circuit de Catalunya here in Spain and compare this to his previous lap on the 124.8. That is from Brad, but yeah, that's on softs and the grip not there yet. Purple sector 1 by Speed Alcoholic, and it's going to be all about finding the grip. And you get the feeling that if Speed doesn't get the grip that he's looking for in this lap, he might just box, go sit back into the pits, put new softs on and just go for a very, very late run. Like I said earlier, 2 points up for grabs for a pole position this evening, 1 lap for faster, or 1 point for fastest lap. So that could determine the championship tonight. Right, as Speed comes in, 119 already by Umer. As the lap times start tumbling down. And you're probably going to see a very quick in-lap here from Julian to head back into the pit, slap on new stops and try to go back out again. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough time for him as he crosses the line. 1:18.2 in tough conditions. Track is very cold. Let's see where Top Dog is. He's still in the pits, so he's leaving it quite late. Sim stacking him back into the pits again. Pantry Star is going out now. Let's just see what Bob is doing. So Bob is on an out lap. Right, so Ray, just before we break the transmission, just please send me invites as soon as I leave, so I can just get back comfortably and as quickly as possible so we can resume the stream. So the moment you see that I actually leave the chat party and the game, just send me some invites there back into the lobby, please. Yeah. So, yeah, I was just saying, it's options. All right. Right, thank you for that. Alright, so Top Dog is on an out lap. I really just want to get this lap from Top Dog as the lap times start tumbling down. Mango 1:17.5 already in the 1:17s in its difficult track conditions. Not as warm as what it was last night in Division 2. Speed Alcoholic is retired. Has he gone into the wall? I'm just trying to see where that would be. Or is he actually retired in the pits? Right, so it looks to me like Speed Alcoholic has retired in the pits at the 1:18.2, so he's comfortable with that. Bob popping in second with a 1:18.1, and Speed Alcoholic feeling very comfortable that he can go through on that lap time, so he's retired. I just want to see, Top Dog is on a lap. He's starting his lap now, so let's see if we could just finish this lap before we have a break in transmission. Right, at the bottom right of your screen, you'll see how far he's up or down. He should be way miles up already because of the dry tires fitted. Yeah, there we go, 1.2 seconds faster. And you'll see that delta on the right-hand side of your screen will just come down all the way and all the way through this lap as the dry tires just find more grip than what the Inters did. So 1.2 seconds was he up in Sector 1. Let's see what he's up in Sector 2. A very short lap around Spain here. DRS should be enabled now. And Sector 2 split is going to come up. Yeah, almost 4 seconds up. And that will take him to 1:21. But you can expect him to find probably another 3 seconds in the last sector. So he's well on his way to a 1:18. It's difficult to judge what the guys will be able to do because we've only got the Inter tires as a benchmark, but let's see where this is going to put Top Dog. Is it going to be a fifth position at 1:18.9? And that's him done, so that should be safe to put him through. I think what we are going to do now is we're going to take a short break in transmission. We will restart the stream, so just watch out for the channel if you are watching at the moment. A new stream will be started shortly as we just switch to generator power.